So welcome to eLearn Infotech. Today we are going to have a session on full stack Java development course. Okay, full stack Java development course. So before going into depth, let us discuss first what does full stack means. Okay, full stack development. What does full stack development means? Okay, full stack development contains database tool. Okay, database tools are there first. Then second is backend tools. Okay, backend tools. Third one is front end tools. Till here it is okay. Now, to become a full stack developer, you should know three layers. What are the layers we have? First one is presentation layer. Presentation presentation layer. Okay. Second thing will be our business logic layer. Business logic layer, what it takes place here, the processing takes place. Okay, we will discuss in detail. The third one will be database layer. Okay, database layer. So how the flow goes, like from presentation layer to business layer, then from business layer to database layer. In this process, this our whole projects work. Okay, first it starts from presentation layer. From presentation layer it goes to business logic layer. Then from business logic layer it goes to database layer. Now what all these layers are all about? Let us discuss with an example. I am taking an example of Naukri.com. See, first thing, I already have account in this Naukri.com. Now, if I register once again, you just observe what all things you will get, what activity you can see here. Like suppose I am entering my name. Okay, now, okay, no error. Now, if I enter this email ID, and if I click outside the box or within other text, it will show me the red color box saying an account with this email address already exists. Now how you got this error? What is the reason? Yes, what command has been thrown at the backend, like if I have entered the email address here, this is your presentation layer. Okay, all the text fields, what all text you are able to see, this buttons and everything, this is what a presentation layer. Okay, first layer, presentation layer. In presentation layer, I filled the data. I filled the data. Then after that, what happens? How you got this red color text? What this error is? Now what happens when you fill the data in presentation layer? It went to the business logic layer. Okay, let's see the diagram. With diagram we will understand. I have entered my email address in the presentation layer. Then what happened? That text went to the business logic layer. In that business logic layer, what happens? This presentation layer says, I got some data. Can you please rectify this email address is already registered? Can you do some processing for me? Now what does this business logic layer does? It takes the data and asks into a database, because our data is stored in database. Simple thing. Our data is stored in database. So business logic layer, some logics are there. This tells the database, can you please check this email address is already registered or what? So database check into its tables and everything. Okay, then it got the email address. Now it sent back to the business layer and tells to the business layer, yes, this type of account is already present. Please tell the presentation layer to show an error that this email address is already registered. Okay, so business logic layer tells the presentation layer, can you please write some text to a human understandable form and tell them like this person is already registered. So in this way you got that error, that red color error. Okay, So this is what happened. Now after that, if any registration form you are getting this type of error means, now you are able to understand what all things happens at the backside. Now you understood this one. Now surely I will not be able to register here. Like suppose same thing happens with the login page. Now I already have an account as I have said. Now let me log out first. Okay. Now I am going to log in. In login, what I am going to do? I will enter my email address. Okay, I will enter my email address. Now after this, email address has been filled. Now I want to enter some password. What I am going to do? I am entering wrong password. Okay. Sorry. I entered the wrong password. Now what it will do? This text field will go at the business layer. It will tell database, oh, we got some data. Can you please check this person is already registered or not? Okay. Now I am clicking on login. It went into business logic layer. It asked the database, this person is already registered. Yes, it is registered, but whatever the credential he or she has given is wrong. So what it told? Invalid details. Please check email ID or password combinations. So here I have given wrong password. Now what I will do? I will give a proper password. Now after that, if I log in, now it will give me my dashboard. This is my dashboard. Okay. Now after my credential got correct, then only it is showing me this type of pages, this type of dashboard. How it happens? Now you also understand this presentation layer, business logic layer, and database layer. Okay. Now moving forward, in this presentation layer, what all things you are going to make? Like suppose in presentation layer, we can make web applications. Okay, we can make web applications as well, mobile applications, okay, etc. etc. We can make anything in a presentation layer. This type of things we can make in presentation layer. Now you know what is mobile application? Simple to understand. Web application means as if I have shown at present naukri.com, that is a web applications. Okay, it runs on internet. Okay, this thing you keep in mind. Web applications. Amazon is there. That also is a web applications. All these things, the application which run on internet, that are called web applications. Okay, till here it is okay. Now what does we need to require to learn business logic layer? What all things we need to make a business logic layer? In business logic layer, here we are going to learn Java. Okay, not only Java, with the help of Java, you can create business logic layer. We can create with the help of Python also. Okay, Python. Again, there is PHP, etc. etc. Okay, using all these backend technologies, we can create business logic layer. Okay, now moving towards database layer. In database layer, what are things we are doing? We are just storing our data. We are storing our data. So what things we require to make our database layer? Huh? What all things require? Like MySQL database. Okay, MySQL DB is there. MongoDB is there. Again, Oracle is also there. So there are many more. Okay, there are many more to make a database layer. Now here in this course, we are going to learn from presentation layer. We are going to make web applications. One thing is over. Now for a business logic layer, we are going to focus more on Java. Okay, and for database layer, we are going to focus more on MySQL, one of the trending database. Okay, and one of the trending technology. And this is where without web application you cannot do anything on internet. Okay, these things are required, and these things we are going to learn means now you only understand what power you are going to get by learning all these things. Now what I have told you in the previous Previous time, what I told, a developer who knows presentation layer, business layer, and database layer means it's a full stack development. We are discussing about full stack development. Now let me combine this. Database tools means this one. MySQL, MongoDB, Oracle. Backend tools means we are going to focus on Java. Front end tools means we are going to take web type of applications. Till here it is okay? Yes. Now we are going to learn MySQL, Java and web. So it becomes that we are going to learn a course of full stack Java development. Okay. So this is a full stack Java development course. Now let us have some topics here. Full stack development, what all things we have mentioned? Okay, front end is there. Okay, back end is there. Back end is there. Again, database is there. Okay, now in front end means what? Presentation layer. Okay, presentation layer. Back end means what? Back end means what? Business logic layer. And database means what we are going to discuss in database? MySQL. Till here it is okay. Now you got an idea what all things we are going to learn in full stack Java development course. Okay. So now let us discuss more on this. In front end, what all tools you require? What tools you will require to present your web application? Okay. Say this one. This web application. Let me log out. So this is a web application. Okay, this is a web application. Amazon is a web application. So the things which you are able to see, the colors, the everything, the text, images. So this is the presentation layer. This Amazon web application is presenting what all things this company is going to offer. So the things which you can see, that is a presentation layer. When I want to buy some products, so that goes to a business logic layer that we cannot see from here. Okay, that the developer who developed the application can only see the business logic layer. That is what we call a backend layer. Okay, then after that, if you log in this means after getting logged in, you are buying some products and it gets stored in the database that, oh, this type of person has bought this product. So it stores the data in your database. If you can see your history means you will get the same thing. So this type of things you can have with the help of database layer. Now, in presentation layer, what all things you are going to learn is HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language. Next thing is CSS. CSS is cascading style sheet. Then next comes JavaScript. JavaScript means a type of functionality. Okay, we will discuss little bit more on this. Then next comes jQuery. jQuery. Okay, jQuery. Then last comes the bootstrap. Okay, these two things little bit different. Let's first discuss about HTML, CSS and JavaScript first. Now here let me remove this one. Now HTML and CSS and JavaScript, we will discuss this first. So first one is HTML. HTML. Second thing we are going to see CSS, cascading style sheet. And last thing we are going to see about JavaScript. Okay. Now like suppose we are going to have first example as a HTML. Now like suppose here I have a registration form. Okay. Now my requirement, just concentrate on words what I am using. i I want means my requirement is in this form. I want image i want image here. Then I want a label like please enter your name, and you will enter your name in this text field, this input field. Next label will be please enter your email address. Where? Here. Like this type of designs Okay, this type of format I want. Sorry. And at the last we have submit button, correct? So my requirements means who will fulfill this HTML. It's a work of HTML to provide the requirements in this registration form. Okay, so no color, nothing is there. Everything black and white. Some text is there, some image is there, or some button is there. Only that much. No functionality, no color. Till here it is okay. This is what HTML is. Now, coming to CSS part, let me take this same here. Coming to HTML part, sorry, CSS part. CSS means what? Now, CSS provides coloring. Okay, coloring. CSS full form is cascading style sheet. Okay, cascading style sheet means some color provided to the form, this registration form. Okay, my requirements, this HTML has fulfilled that I want this type of content. Now it is looking ugly. Okay, no color, nothing. How you will get attracted to this registration form? Okay, you need some colors. So that colors is provided with the help of CSS. Okay, CSS not only provide colors, it also provides some shapes. Like suppose here I have used this type of shape. I can just remove this line, or I want this button to be in circular format. Anything. So the shapes, the colors, and there are many more small animations type of property we can have in CSS. Now you understood what HTML and what CSS is. Next thing we are going to discuss about, now coming to a JavaScript section. JavaScript means what? Small sentence we can say it provides functionality. Okay, it provides functionality. Now HTML provided the content, CSS provided the styling sheets, coloring and everything, shapes and all. Now we want some functions. We need one function, like if I click, what should happen? Okay, if I click, what should happen? So that type of functionality is provided with the help of JavaScript. Okay, now you understand what is HTML, what is CSS, and what this JavaScript is. Till here it is okay? Okay. Now next thing, what was the next thing? jQuery and Bootstrap. Okay, Bootstrap means it is a CSS framework. Again, I would like to tell you that framework means it provides some inbuilt functionality. Inbuilt functionality. It is a framework. Okay. Framework means it provides inbuilt functionality. It has some classes, some functions already inside built. Okay, we just need to use it. So, like suppose if you are writing CSS code in 3-4 lines, Bootstrap can be done with the help of single word. Okay, CSS is not possible to have only 3-4 lines. It can have many more. Okay, though it doesn't depend. It depends on requirements. Now, Bootstrap is a CSS framework. Now you are telling that like using Bootstrap only we can create some styling sheets, some this one text shapes and everything. Now what's the use of learning CSS? Okay, CSS means you have to do everything from scratch, and Bootstrap means it will provide some classes and functions so that you can do it easily. Okay, so learning this bootstrap means you have to learn CSS first. It is important. Now next thing comes the jQuery. jQuery means it is a small type of functions to the JavaScript. Like suppose if you are writing JavaScript of 3-4 lines. Okay, 3-4 lines, but jQuery will do in 2-3 lines. Did you understand? jQuery has to write only few lines and JavaScript has to write 3-4 lines. Now, if we can write small lines in this one, what's the need of JavaScript? Again, same thing. Same thing is we need to learn from scratch first, then only we can go to jQuery. Directly learning jQuery means you will not get the proper idea. So that's why JavaScript, CSS and HTML, these are important to learn to be a front end developer. Now, if any person is being a full stack development, I'm not talking about full stack Java development, I'm talking about full stack development. Okay, for to become a full stack development, this is important. This is important. Without this, you are not, you will be never called to be a full stack developer. Okay, and front end is required as well as back end is required. This technology can be changed, MySQL, Oracle, anything. But to become a full stack developer means you need to know front end this type of tools and back end any one. Till here it is okay. Now you understood what we can do in database means we are just storing the data in a tabular format. Only this much is important to understand the database. Okay, it is easy. Now you also understood what is this front end part. Okay, have you seen this website where it is this one? Let's suppose we take an e-learn infotech website. Here you can see some animations, small animation that is done with the help of jQuery. Okay, and this text provided what I told, my requirements, who fulfill the requirements, HTML. I want this thing in my web page means I want. So this type of things is provided with the help of HTML. Okay. Now also you are able to see some colors, some shadows, some shapes of these boxes. So this is provided with the help of CSS or Bootstrap. Okay. This thing come into picture. Now what is this JavaScript? Where you can see this JavaScript? Like suppose you just observe this yellow button. Yellow button. Okay. When you are at the top of this web page, yellow button is not there. When you are in any other section of this web page means you are getting that yellow button. What will happen if I trigger this means if I click on this, some event will perform, some action, some function will perform. That is what a JavaScript does. If I clicked, it brought me to the top of this web page. This is what we can develop with the front end technologies. Did you get that? With the bootstrap, let me tell you something, a little bit of bootstrap. Bootstrap means it will give me a responsiveness. Responsiveness means what? Like suppose this is now in, let's suppose let's take in laptop view. Okay, this is a mini laptop. My screens look like this. Okay, see, content are still same. Content is not lost. Now these boxes are aligned horizontally. Okay, now if any user is viewing your website in mobile view, how it will look? How it will look? Now this one, see this. How it is going to look? Has any content lost? Nothing. Only what happened? Screen got reduced means now it is in mobile view means it will looks like this. So this type of functionality is provided with the help of Bootstrap CSS. Did you get? With the help of CSS, coloring with the HTML means the content I want in my web page. JavaScript means functionality, and jQuery is what? Similar to the JavaScript. It provides some animations like you can see this image, background image is changing within a particular time within particular time it is going on changing. At the bottom if you can see there is one text and one image scrolling, see this one, so it is getting scroll in particular amount of time. Okay, so this is what jQuery can handle. Now is it clear what the front end things hold? Now we are going to focus main on back end. You have to be more clear and more confident over here. Okay, you need to learn this backend more promptly, more confidently, and it should be clear. You should know each and every syntaxes. Okay, then only you will be a pro. You will be a pro in a full stack Java development course. Okay, okay, let it be. So, what all things we are going to see in backend? Java. We are going to see Java. Okay, now in Java, first let us see the features. Let us see the features, some history. What is this Java? Java, who is the father of Java? James Gosling. Okay, James Gosling is the father of Java. Okay, he developed the Java. And another thing, Java is known as fully object-oriented programming language. Fully object-oriented programming language means it works with particular structures. Not anything anywhere, nothing, no, not this type of terminology is there. Everything should be in a systematic way. That is what object oriented means. Object oriented programming. So first thing, object oriented programming structure it has. Okay, it has object oriented programming structure. Then second thing, it is platform independent. Platform independent. How platform independent? Platform means what? What you are talking about platform, platform. Now let's see here. Let me remove this first. Platform independent means what? First you should know what does the meaning of platform. Ma'am, what is this platform for? First tell me that one. Okay. Then only we will be able to understand. Now, platform means what? Operating system. Now, what this operating system is? Operating system is what? This, like suppose I am using window operating system. You might have laptop. Okay, some of you have uh, windows operating system, some of you have linux operating system or mac operating system. Okay, now the operating system is platform independent means our java code is not dependent on platform. Okay, first thing. Now, how it is independent? Like suppose this is my Java code. Okay, this is my Java code I have written here. Java code is written. Now it is getting directly contact with this operating system. Sorry. So this is getting directly contact with the operating system. Operating system here I am using Windows. Okay, Windows I am using. So this is one operating system. Now this Java code is directly in contact with operating system, but this is not the original picture. Now what makes this a platform independent means there is one more layer. There is one more layer in Java. Okay, one more layer in Java that is called a JVM. Java Virtual Machine. Okay, Java Virtual Machine is there. Why this Java? What this Java Virtual Machine does? It separates your Java code with the operating system. How? Like this Java is platform independent, but this JVM is platform dependent. Okay, platform dependent means whatever you have to do, you have to just make a operating system understand this java code to operating system. Who will make understand? JVM will do. JVM is responsible. See, this JVM is different for different operating system. Let me take this one once again. Like suppose we have another operating system. Let us take Linux. Mostly company work with Linux, very less with Windows. Okay, what they use and what is the property to use only Linux in a company? That's a different topic. Now, here I am using another operating system. This operating system name is I am using like Linux. Okay, operating system. This is what Linux. Now, in this, again, one more layer. What I was talking about layer? JVM. Okay, here JVM is there. Then after that, JVM provide platform for JVM provide the space for our Java code. Java code. Okay, one more layer is there. What is called JVM. Now, what happens is the Java code which you have written here, it has the property that the Java code which you have written in this Windows, you can shift this code to operating system. This one operating system, Linux operating system. Okay, this portability is provided. This is also one of the feature that Java is portable. Okay, one more feature, Java is portable. You can shift this Java code to this operating system. Simple. So it follows the rule of write once and run anywhere. Write once and run anywhere. Write in one operating system and you can run in any other operating system. This is what the feature a Java holds. Now we have got some feature of Java. There are many more. Okay. Now, how to learn this Java now? What all things required? First thing, core Java. Second thing is second thing is advanced Java. Okay, second thing is advanced Java. Now, ma'am, can you please tell only learning core Java what all things, what type of applications can we develop? Using core Java, we can develop standalone application. Did you get that? Standalone applications. Now, what do you mean by standalone applications? We have never heard like this. What is this standalone applications? Standalone applications. Let me take some example. Standalone applications means like notepad. Okay, notepad. Second thing is like paint. Wow, paint we are using like. Okay, again this one MS Office. This one MS Word, anything. Okay. Now you observe when you are using notepad, have you ever used internet for this one? Have you ever used? So standalone application means there is no use of internet. First thing means it doesn't follow it doesn't follow the client server architecture. What is this client server architecture, ma'am? Client, CLIENT, client structure architecture, client server architecture. Now, what all things means? What does this client structure architecture means? Means a client means here, like suppose we have browser like Chrome, Opera, Edge. These are the browser. These browsers are known as client. Okay, these browsers are known as client. Now, what is this server now? Suppose you are opening Opera or you are opening Google Chrome. Then you are searching for Amazon website. You want to buy something, okay? Now you are typing Amazon, where you are typing in a client side. Okay, client side you are typing Amazon. Then after that, Amazon web application get opened. So how it got opened? Because internet was there, then only that page got load. Otherwise, how it got load? Okay, so without internet, the applications which are working that are called standalone application. I think it is clear now. Standalone application means the application which run without internet. No client server architecture it follows. Okay, it doesn't follow. Now second thing, advanced Java. What is this advanced Java now? Advanced Java, using advanced Java, what you can create? You can create web application. Okay. Now what is web application? Opposite of standalone application. Same thing. Here internet is required. It follows client server architecture. Simple. Core Java now, standalone application. Advanced Java now, web application. It runs on internet. Our Amazon is a web application. Our Flipkart is a web application. Our e-learn infotech is a web application. Many other the application which runs on internet is web application. Okay. So till here it is clear. Core Java and Advanced Java. To learn Advanced Java, we have to pay more focus on Core Java first. What all things you are going to learn means what all things you are going to learn in Core Java? First thing, oops concept. Before that, fundamentals. Okay, fundamentals. Fundamental means what? Basic. Core Java means core means basic. So fundamentals means basic. So fundamental first, fundamentals you will learn. Some syntaxes are there, everything. Okay. Second thing, OOPS concept you will learn. Object oriented programming. How this Java is so popular. How it is called as object oriented programming. That we will learn in OOPS concept. OOPS chapter. Okay. Second thing, multi-threading. Multi-threading means what? Multi-threading means what? Working with two things at a time, two or more things at a time. Like suppose you are working at a time, you are listening music. You are doing two things at a time. So that is what a multi-threading. A person who does two or three things at a time. What type of person he or she is? Multitasking. Okay, task. It also perform multi-threads. Now multi-thread over. Now exception handling. Exception means what? Error. When you will create, you will code at that time there are chances to get some errors. Who will handle that type of terminology we are going to learn in exception handling. Second thing, Exception handling is over. Loops concept is also there. Loops concept. Like suppose in a database we have one table that contains many data. So that data is to be loaded in your presentation layer. Okay. User has to see na. So how it will load one by one? Who will do? These looping concepts are there. This looping concept will help you. So there are many more things to learn in core Java. Till here it is okay. You are going to learn this type of thing to make a standalone type application. Now advanced Java means you should be very perfect in fundamentals first. This is the core thing. This is very important. Then only you can learn advanced Java. Okay. Like suppose the person who has 10 years, 20 years of experience and he don't know fundamentals, means don't think fundamental means only fresher will answer this type of questions. No. A person who has any number of experience, if he or she don't know core means you will get rejected. Did you understand the basic what how important it is? So you should pay more attention while we will study on this core Java. Okay. Now after that we are going to see what does advanced Java holds. In advanced Java, what all things you are going to study? JSP. Okay, JSP, servlet. Then last is JDBC. Okay, JDBC means what? Java Database Connectivity. Java database connectivity. Like if you create anything, any project here, and if you want to get connected with database means you have to connect. Who is going to help you? This JDBC. Just using this JDBC Java database connectivity only we can connect with the database. So this thing is clear now. In this JDBC, we are going to perform certain CRUD operation, CRUD, CRUD operation. What does this CRUD operation means? Huh? C for create. Okay, C for create. Then R for retrieve. Retrieve means to fetch. Okay. Next, U for update. Update. Then last one is delete. How you can know this CRUD operations? Like suppose you have a Facebook account. Okay. I think most of you have Facebook account. Now taking this as an example. If you are suppose new to in Facebook account, you are going to register. So that type of terminology means you are creating your data and you are going to store that data in the database. Okay, so you have created account. Now second thing, after creation, you are able to see a dashboard where your name is reflected. Means retrieve your data has been retrieved from database, like your name has been retrieved and it is shown in front page. So this is what retrieving process took place. Next thing, update. Like suppose you want to update your password. With what thing you will do? You have to use update. You need to update your password means at the back end what happens? The update query is being run. Query means what? Query means questions. Okay, so this service layer, this the projects, like we are going to use Java, some coding, so that will create one query to database. Can you please update this person's password? So update query got run. Okay, last one is delete. Like suppose you want to delete your Facebook account, so delete query get fired at the back end. Now this JDBC performs this type of operations. Now, what this servlet means? Servlet means simple thing. Just don't get confused between servlet and JSP. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Like JSP means Java in Java in what? Java in HTML. Java in HTML. Servlet means HTML in Java. Okay, just see this one. Java code you are writing in HTML. It means that. Okay, servlet here. Servlet means you are writing HTML code in Java. Okay, this type of terminology is there in JSP servlet. JSP means Java Server Pages. Okay, Java Server Pages. So this is the Java Server Pages. Servlet means totally Java, where you can use little bit of HTML. Means you can use HTML like what it says, HTML in Java, Java in HTML. There are few more things in between Java and this one, JSP and servlet. Okay, now you understood JSP and servlet. Now one thing, if you learn these things, JSP, Servlet, JDBC, MySQL as a database, and this core Java and this front-end technologies, you can create enterprise level application, web application. Okay, this much is enough to become a full stack Java developer. But but nowadays, companies are in demand the candidate who knows framework. Okay, framework. What is this framework? I have used the same word previously also. Where I have used for bootstrap. Bootstrap. Wow, what is this bootstrap? It is a framework for CSS. CSS framework. Framework. What I told about framework? Framework means like it is already written, we just need to use the word to make our function, means make our project work properly. We don't need to write thousand lines, only use some statements, you will get the work done. So who will does this for you? Framework. So in this framework, we are going to learn Spring. Okay, you might have heard. If you have ever searched like a in Naukri.com or LinkedIn or Indeed anywhere, if you have searched what is the full stack Java development course required, like you want to work in some company and you are a Java developer, you will search what you will search, software developer as a Java developer. You will type Java developer. What all things the company will ask? The person should know core Java. The person should know MySQL as a database or any other database. Okay. Mostly MySQL is asked. Second thing, do that person know Spring? Do that person know Spring or Spring Boot? And there are many more. There are many more this one frameworks. So we are mostly going to focus on Spring and Spring Boot. Mostly asked in the industry is Spring and Spring Boot. Now, next thing. What is the next thing? Hibernate. Hibernate means what? Hibernate means your project with you are connecting your project with a database. How it happened? Now, recently you told JDBC is going to connect. Why now Hibernate is needed? Same thing. Framework. I told about framework. You just need to write only few lines and your work will be done. Okay, see, Hibernate basically at the back end it uses JDBC file. Okay, JDBC is used at the back side. Then only Hibernate will work. Okay, so this JDBC, to learn JDBC is most important. There are many other frameworks like Stars, JSF, again many more are there. But mostly what is going in trend means Spring and Spring Boot and Hibernate. You need something to connect with database means Hibernate. You are creating project means using Spring and Spring Boot. Now, if you go without this knowledge to a market means a company, if you search for your job, the person who don't knows any framework means your chances are not there to select the company with a good amount of salary, not possible. That's why learning framework is most important. Okay, learning framework is most important. Now before learning framework you should know this JSP servlet and everything JDBC. Okay, now this is what comes in advanced Java. Again, advanced Java we cannot learn directly. This is compulsory to know core Java. Now you are able to see how the linking is. So we are going to start our course with core Java first, then advanced Java. Now this the front end technologies which you have seen. we are going to use this parallelly when we are going to learn core Java and advanced Java. So in this way it happens. Now you understood front-end technologies means HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery and Bootstrap. Database means what we are going to focus on? MySQL. MySQL is also known as RDBMS. Means RDBMS. RDBMS means relational database. One thing you keep in mind, the company who keeps the data. Like suppose Amazon company is there. Many people get registered. Not only one or two people, many people. So having only one table is not enough. So multiple tables are required. Now one thing to connect with the other tables means you need some relations. So who is going to take care? Relational database type of terminology is going to take care. So here we are going to learn MySQL. It's one of the famous and strong database. Now you think all these strong things, strong concept if you are going to learn, what value you will have. Okay, if you have ever searched for front-end developer, you just once search front-end developer, what is the salary? Because if your website doesn't look good means no one will visit. Okay, no person will feel like entering data what this website is doesn't look ugly. Let's see a other websites like this. So your front end is also important. So developers who are in front end means they should be good in HTML, CSS in all these concepts. Okay, so that's why front end developers are also important. Now, only front end development people will not be enough to make a fully fledged application. Then in that, here you have to work with the backend technology like Java. Here we are going to focus on Java because we need some processing in business logic layer. After processing, we need what? Saving. Where you will save means we are going to use MySQL. Now you understand everything you know. You know front end, you know back end, you know database. Do you know only learning these things how many paths you are going to get? You can become a front end developer, or you can become a back end developer, or you can become a database administrator. These three different jobs are already available. Using this, others are also there, but these are the main. Again, now if you are learning all these three means, what power you are getting? Have you ever thought of that? So this is what about full stack Java development course. Okay, this all things contain in full stack Java development course. If you learn full stack Java development means you are unstoppable in the market. One more thing, likewise nowadays there is a concept of web services. We are going to cover this also. Okay, web services means what? Web services means like suppose let's take an example of Amazon. You are buying any product you are buying, and after that when it comes for payment means do Amazon website has its own bank? No. What it does, it takes the help of other banking sectors like SBI, HDFs or any other. Okay. So what it does, Amazon company, what it does, it takes the URL, it takes the services from SBI. It tells us SBI, please you get connected with me if any one person wants to buy, if he wants to do online payment means we don't have our own bank. So can you please give your credentials so that we can have some connections and our user will get a proper usability, everything. So that connections is what a web services, using web services. There is a concept inside this that is what called an API. So API means application programming interface, means that the connection between that is API. So this all things comes in web services. If you know all these things means you are really unstoppable. Really, you know how to connect with others, you know how to make programs, you know how to save data, you know how to build front end as well. Now you know what power you are getting. Okay, so here I will end. So this was all about full stack Java development course. Okay, thank you.